want to talk about solving a distance, rate, time problem using a system of linear equations. So here's the problem. It says a motorboat takes 4 hours to travel 128 kilometers upstream and 2 hours to travel the same distance downstream. What is the rate of the boat in still water, and what is the rate of the current? Okay, so let's think about this. If a boat is traveling downstream, so say this is the river, and here's your boat. Okay, and it's traveling downstream, and so the boat is pushing itself with some rate. Let's call that x, the rate of the boat in still water. Okay, that's however fast the boat is propelling itself. But there's also a current that's propelling all the water. So let's call that y. That is the rate of the current. When it's traveling downstream, the rate of the current plus the rate of the boat is the total rate. So x plus y is the rate when traveling downstream. Now, if we're traveling upstream instead, like this, the current is pushing against us, which means that x minus y is the rate when traveling upstream. Okay, so now we can use distance equals rate times time to create two equations, and then we can solve them. So the first equation says that it takes 4 hours to travel 128 kilometers upstream. So when we're traveling upstream, we're looking at this. So distance is 128 kilometers equals rate, which is going to be x minus y, times time, which is 4 hours. The other equation is going to be 2 hours to travel the same distance downstream. So downstream is going to be x plus y. The distance is going to be the same, 128 kilometers. And the time is going to be 2. So let's go ahead and simplify these a little bit. So we have 128 equals 4x minus 4y. And then over here we have 128 equals 2x plus 2y. Now if we multiply this whole equation through by 2, we can use elimination. So 256 equals 4x minus 4y. You could have also divided this whole equation by 2. That would work too. Okay, so now we won't consider this and we'll add these two equations. Sorry, this should be a plus. So when we add these two, we'll get 8x 0y equals 128 plus 256 is 384. So 384. Now we want to divide both sides by 8. So divided by 8 is 48. So x equals 48. And then we can use either equation to help us figure out y. So I think I'll go back to this 128 equals 2x plus 2y. So 128 equals 2 times 48 plus 2y. So 2 times 48 is 96. So if I subtract 96 from both sides, then I'll find y. So 2y equals 128 minus 96, just 32. Divide both sides by 2, so I get that y equals 16. So the rate of the boat in still water is 48 kilometers per hour, and the rate of the current is y, which is 16 kilometers per hour. And that would be our final answer right here. And that is how you solve a distance, rate, time problem using a system of linear equations.